Hey, how is it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video for you. Well, it is Tuesday, April 4th, time for another Destiny weekly reset and vendor review. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a real quick look at
the feature comment of the day.
And today's comment comes to us from Mr. Carson Harden 13, and he says, I should be feature comment because I am saucy. Alright, man, well, thank you very much for that, guys. Remember, if you want to be the feature comment of the day, all you got to do is smack that like button, drop a comment in the section below, and I just might pick yours to be the next feature comment of the day. So starting things off, we have got the weekly feature raid. This time, it's no surprise, guys. It is the Vault of Glass. We are kicking it old school with the challenges of a Templar and Atheon challenge. Now, I recommend there's already some pretty decent guides out there if you guys are looking to raid either today or tomorrow, especially with me while I'm going live on my streams. Then definitely check out a couple of those videos and learn how to do them so we'll all be prepared for it. For the Challenge of the Elders, we have got Precision Kill Bonus, Solar Burn, and Trickle. With Solar Burn and Precision Kill Bonus, this should not be that difficult of a challenge this week, guys. Next up, we have got the weekly Nightfall Strike, and this time around it is the Nexus, guys, the new updated version with Epic, Arc Burn, Specialist, Juggler, and Ironclad. Make sure you do this at least one time to get a guaranteed skeleton key. And for your Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, we have modifiers of Heroic, Solar Burn, Brawler, and Chaff. Make sure you do at least one to get your Treasure of the Ages, and you can do it up to 3 times for 10 legendary marks each time. For our weekly story playlist, we have got modifiers of Heroic, Solar Burn, and Catapult. And this time around, it is going to be in the Mars and Venus playlists. And for the weekly PvP, we have got Zone Control. Do at least one of these matches, guys. Make sure you get that Treasure of the Ages. We're now popping over really quick to the Iron Temple. Go see Shiro, pick up his Iron Lord bounties here, especially if you haven't gotten the Thorn quest yet. These are going to be the best way to get that to proc for you. Hey guys, also make sure you stop and visit Tirakarn, especially if you need any of their Iron Lord artifacts. So this time around, we have got the Memory of Fellwinter, where you lose your super, but you gain an extra grenade and melee charge. Up next, we have the Memory of Timur with a Discipline and Strength roll. Melee attacks on minion miners of the darkness have a chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. And last but not least, we have the Memory of Perun with a straight intellect roll. Enemy gardens with full supers and all enemies with low health are highlighted. At the tower, definitely have a few things we have to look at here. Go ahead and talk to Lord Shax. Make sure you pick up his weekly Crucible bounties, Back to Basics, and a Game of Rift. Basically, you're going to have to complete 7 matches and get a bunch of primary assists and ability kills in pretty much both of these playlists, and also stop the runner with the Rift. These are fantastic bounties to make sure you do, because you do get a Nightfall tier reward, and now we have 2 of them to do, so more power to us. And also, don't forget, Guardians, something new right across from Shax. We want to go ahead and look at this Crucible Quartermaster here, and make sure you pick up and do these PvP bounties. They're not that grueling. It'll take you a few games probably with each one, but these legendary weapons that they can give you are fantastic, and I've even heard that some people are getting old Trials of Osiris weapons out of these. So don't skip on them, guys. You could have some great loot coming your way. And also down in the war room, make sure you go and talk to Commander Savala, especially if you're still trying to get that icebreaker, and pick up the Sunrise bounty. Do this before you do your Nightfalls, that way you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But even if you've already done it, look at this, you just get 10,000 experience and a buttload of Vanguard reputation for completing these, so you definitely want to make sure you're doing them. And now it's time for the weekly weapon reviews with all the new rolls for all your vendors. I'm only going to go into detail if I run into one that I really think stands out above the notch and could be, dare I say it, a god roll. So, starting things off, Future War Cult. Alright, so this time around, Future War Cult does not have a whole lot to be desired, but, there are a few things that bear in mind a little bit of consideration. The Whale, for instance, hand cannon. We can get Luck in the Chamber and Perfect Balance. And high caliber rounds, very nice, but we don't really have anything that would extend our range perk, and we definitely are missing that in these hand cannons. So I'm just going to scroll through the rest of these guys kind of slowly and let you take a look at them. We got that Waltz Pulse Rifle with a little rodeo action. The Waiting Fusion Rifle, one of the max impact ones. Sadly, we don't have a good stability increase on that one. That would be god rolled if we did. the Wounded Scout Rifle, and of course the Wormwood, everybody loves. Not a great roll on that one this time, guys, don't get too excited. And the Warpath Rocket Launcher. Great blast radius, horrible velocity though. And this one has cluster, and we would probably rather see, you know, either tracking or the grenades and horseshoes. Alright, up next we are going to take a look at Dead Orbit's inventory. So, we have got the Extremophile 011. This is a decent weapon if you have a really good roll with it. Sadly, this one's not that great. We're just going to kind of keep moving on. The Keystone 01, I hope you picked it up last week if you needed a good PvE scout rifle. This one is okay, but just not quite there. Worlds to Come Fusion Rifle. Nothing big here. The Last Ditch 001. Sadly, this does have the rangefinder, but we're lacking a few other things. We got small bore, which is decent, but nothing else that really helps us. Keep an eye every time he has the Last Ditch, guys, because if this is God rolled, it's, you know, pretty much almost identical to the Matador. Alright, Bitter Edge Sniper Rifle, the very low impact, higher, faster fire rate, and the Unto Dust. Don't even worry ever about this rocket launcher, guys. With that blast radius and velocity where it is, it's really not going to be competitive. And right across the way at the Vanguard Quartermaster, we are finally going to get our first really interesting roll on a weapon. I'm going to scroll through these and then I'm going to go to the one I'm talking about. So, we've got the Continental Auto Rifle. We have the Parthenon Shot. That one looks at first like it could be decent, but not really great rolls. The Angel's Advocate Scout Rifle. We're going to come back to you in a second. How Dare You Hand Cannon. Just a little bit too low impact, regardless of what the perks would be. The X Asterisk Fusion Rifle. A little bit too low of an impact to be competitive. The Teacup Tempest. Just your average rolls here. Your Acom's Razor Shotgun. Now, this is going to be a faster fire rate. This would be halfway decent if we could get something with a little bit of range and it had full auto. Otherwise, nah, we're not worried about it. 7th Sense Sniper Rifle. Again, a little bit lower impact one. Not horrible rolls, but nothing too great. The Bone Crusher Machine Gun with absolutely no stability whatsoever. And disassembly required with tripod, but not really enough velocity increase to help us out that much. Alright, now moving back, the Angel's Advocate. Let's take a really good look at this one, guys. First of all, with the rate of fire and impact, I am always a big fan of this style of scout rifle when I'm running PvE. Either this or the one that has a little bit higher impact, but check out the perks. We have got Firefly. We have got Outlaw. That's right, guys. We have a scout rifle version of the Fatebringer. Never a bad thing. If that wasn't bad enough, let's just throw some explosive rounds on it as well. This is a god. I want so bad to play with this. Make sure you pick this up, guys, as this, I think, will be one of the most fun PvE weapons that you're going to ever get your hands on. Alright, and on the other side with new Monarchy, we definitely have one that we want to take a closer look at, guys, and that's going to be the Assembly 2 Auto Rifle. I'm going to come back to it in a second. We've got the Free Will 3 Hand Cannon. We do have Luck in the Chamber. Other than that, though, it starts to fade away. Nothing real exciting. For the Impeacher V sidearm, this is of the fastest fire rate. The rolls on here are okay, but nothing special. We got the Bad Counsel 4 Shotgun. This is alright shotgun, but just not good perks this time around. For the Deposition 7 Sniper Rifle, although we do have triple tap, the rest of the perks, take a knee, all this stuff is just not going to help us out that much. And we also have the First Citizen 9. This is going to be of the fastest fire rate on your machine guns. Now, one perk that works really well with that is Persistence. So with that, we also have a little bit of a range increase, or we could go with the Feeding Frenzy. You have a lot of options with this one. Extended mag, snapshot, not a horrible fast fire rate machine gun. But back to the Assembly 2. Let's take a quick look at this bad boy. So, this is the fastest fire rate, lowest impact, aka Doctrine of Passing bullet hoses. And I'm sure most of you guys can already see what we're looking at here. We have got Counterbalance, always preferred on this type of auto rifle. We have Perfect Balance. We need to get that stability as high as possible, so these two will help out a lot. On top of that, we can throw in some high caliber rounds. The flinch that this would be causing on people, as long as you can keep the recoil under control, is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, you could do hip fire, but no, we're going to go high caliber rounds. With the sights, we got the ND Reflex, the Steady Hand IS, and the OEG Rifle Scope. Make sure you pick this one up, guys. It's not like super god tier, but it is going to be about the best Assembly 2 that I think you're going to find. Alright, and last up for the vendor rolls, we are going to take a look at the Crucible Quartermaster, and yes, they have one that we're definitely going to be taking a closer look at. We got the 0 Day Dilemma. This is going to be a little bit slower fire rate and higher impact. Rolls on it, meh, they're not bad. The hidden hand and brace frame, I'm just kidding, guys. This is going to be a really decent weapon for you. I wish, you know, that base stats of this weapon were just a touch higher, but with braced frame, hidden hand, not bad. You will suffer with the magazine size when you do that, so that's really the only bad thing. Battle Runner, Danger Close, those aren't your greatest perks here, but it is what you got. Moving on, we have got the B29 Party Favor Pulse Rifle. This one, meh, okay, but we do at least have a glass half full and a little bit of stability balance. With Outlaw, this is not bad. Pick it up if you're so inclined to. We got the Hero Formula Scout Rifle. Now this one, looking to have a little Firefly, small bore explosive rounds. Don't worry, it's not quite God roll like our other Scout Rifle was, guys. Don't get too excited. The Palindrome Hand Cannon, and everybody knows how good this hand cannon is. Let's go ahead, take a quick peek. We do have Hidden Hand, which is good. Hammer Forged, helps with the range some. Just not the best perks for it, guys. Have to wait around and see if we get a better one next week. The Fusion Rifle, each new day. Sadly, the stability on this is just a little too low to make it viable, regardless of the roll. Curtain Call. Now this one has an interesting roll. It's not in the best art type of shotguns, but if you're looking something for rangefinder and rifle barrel, oh, and yeah, did we aggressive ballistics just to give you even more impact, but you lose range. This is okay. It's almost close to having a god roll, but just not quite there. For the sidearm, we have Anton's Rule. This is again going to be just an average roll on it. Event Horizon Sniper Rifle. Hold on, we'll come right back to that one. The Chaotic Neutral Machine Gun. This has an interesting roll to it, and we do have Hidden Hand, and we can also go Perfect Balance, which is what you are going to want to run with this, and it's going to make the stability manageable for this weapon. You can also run with Unflinching, but I would do Spray and Play. The combination of Hidden Hand, Perfect Balance, and Spray and Play on this weapon, not bad at all. We also have the Accurized Ballistic Smart Drift Control, which is going to be able to be super convenient with Perfect Balance. This thing would be a laser. So if you're looking for a good machine gun, this might fit the bill for you. Alright, I said we're coming back to the Event Horizon, and I meant it. Everybody knows this is a higher impact, lower rate of fire, aka the ones you typically want for boss fights, and also a lot of people love this art type in PvP as well. The rolls with it, pretty nasty, guys. We have Hidden Hand, which is always nice. We have Casket Mag. Now, don't worry about the stability. This has a slow enough fire rate that we can, you know, definitely counteract that stability. But what this is going to do is give us some extra rounds in our magazine, and it works beautifully with triple tap. While this is not the best PvP sniper, it is a very good boss killer in PvE. So if you don't have a really nice high impact sniper rifle that can do some extra damage due to its triple tap, this would be a decent one to consider. Oh yeah, and did I mention it's got short gaze? Yeah, so there you go. So there you have it, guys. I hope you found this information useful, helpful, and possibly slightly enjoyable. If you did, make sure you smack that like button, drop a comment in the section below, and most importantly, share it with your friends if you think they could really use this information. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I got a lot of other stuff I got to do, Vault of Glass mainly one of them. But, as always, this is LVnative. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.